Every day we scour the internet for 1-star reviews, and every day we pick a theme. Dawn, today, what is your theme?
Ice cream trucks in Los Angeles.
Yummy! And I'm taking you to beautiful spots in beautiful St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands.
Ooh.
Okay. Shall we start with ice cream trucks?
Yeah.
Great. Here I go with Recess Truck. This is in LA, and Autumn has a 1-star review. Called to see where the truck might be so I could try it, but they said they don't serve the public that often, usually only catering. That's not good for all the people that want to try this. So in my eyes, you get 1 star for not serving the public or having a way to follow the truck in order to get ice cream. Has to be catered in order to get some ice cream. Doesn't deserve a 5-star rating. 1 star. Sad face, sad face, sad face. Sad face. Sad face. They're like 4 sad face emojis.
Yeah. Here's a response from owner as well.
Oh, look at that. Response from owner. Hi, Autumn. Sorry to hear you're unhappy that we primarily do catering. If you want to organize a public stop, you're welcome to submit an open sales request and we can review based on availability that day. I guess if it makes you feel good to give a woman, minority-owned small business with an awesome, hardworking team a 1-star review based on the fact that we don't deliver something we don't advertise, congrats! You totally achieved that. Have a great day.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's one of the best responses from owner.
Yeah, what a debaggy thing to do.
1 star just because you want to find the truck somewhere.
He didn't deliver to me.
Oh, boy. And I think that they just say that they're, as the owner says, we don't do that. We're a catering
That's
service.
like saying, I don't like this hot dog restaurant because they don't have fried chicken.
Exactly. Yes.
Not their problem, ma'am. It's your problem.
Let's see if we can find some fried chicken in St. Thomas.
Oh, I want to go.
Oh, well, you probably will soon or have been, right? St. Thomas on a cruise?
Yeah. And
Okay.
in fact, 2 of these places I have been to.
Ooh, okay. So this is beautiful spots in St. Thomas. We have Magen's Bay. Megan's Bay. Stacy Charles gives a 1-star review. $4 for a local, $7 for non-local. Typical U.S.
VI, Virgin Islands. Sorry.
Virgin Islands. I was like 11?
U.S. 6?
6 for let me start over. $4 for a local, $7 for non-local. Typical U.S. Virgin Islands for let's get that money. Cash only, no cards. Of course, cash is easier when you just want to make cash. Don't pretend to be local, she says. She checks IDs. The beach is in a small cove or bay with very little shoreline, as most beaches in St. Thomas. The bar is where ship tourists began their misadventures, getting drunk on shuttle taxis. They overcrowd one part and the remaining beach is super empty with a few locals. It's not the cleanest. It is a beach in the islands with a bar or 2. Typical setup to be rude and take your money. Ugh, skip the whole island. What?
Okay, let's break a
Who
couple.
is upset
Yeah.
in St. Thomas?
Right? Well, that was my first thought when I went here.
You don't even live there.
And also that you're getting angry that locals get a deal. Have you been anywhere with tourism?
Yeah.
Locals always get the deal because they're trying to drum up business.
In Europe, there's a literal tourist tax that you pay on goods and services.
Yeah,
So,
because you don't live there. And also, I love how they're like, they only take cash because they want to make cash.
like that's something bad.
I mean,
Or are they just going to give it away?
ooh, it's
Okay.
cash. Anyway.
Man.
Also, it is truly one of the most beautiful beaches on the island. And for someone to be like, it's fine. You're like, no.
It's paradise.
You are just a sad, angry person.
Man.
Okay. Let's go back to ice cream in LA, where we have All American Softly, where AK has a 1-star review. The owner is a nightmare to deal with. He's extremely unprofessional and rude. If it wasn't dependent on him last minute, if I wasn't dependent on him last minute for a party, I would have canceled. My friend recently called to inquire about their services, and she said the same thing. The guy keeps on ranting about how busy he is and then starts talking about his personal life. He's so rude and condescending when you ask him questions. He did not deserve my money. Response from owner. I only give back what I receive. Thanks. Anyway. Oh my God. Rude.
Well, I guess they proved their point there. Pretty
Whatever you say bounces off to me, sticks onto you because I'm rubber and you're glue.
There you go.
That's hilarious. I love when people get petty in the reviews.
Yes. Okay, let's go to Koki Beach. Heather has a 1-star review. This is once again in St. Thomas.
Yeah.
St. Thomas, yes. Very small beach compared to every other beach on the U.S. Virgin Islands. No idea why it has such positive reviews. This beach is a scam.
Okay.
We snorkeled everywhere, and there's some decent things to see, but not worth the pain of getting to this beach. Charged to park and harassed the whole time we were on the beach. There were at least 5 people who asked if we wanted to buy something. It was a bit ridiculous. The locals were also selling fish food, which is bad for them and the environment. Don't go to this beach. Go to one of the many others. Which I'm sure they'll have the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, have you been to a beach, people?
Oh my God.
People trying to make some money.
It's not a private beach.
It's a country that relies heavily on tourism. I also liked the shaming that was like they were selling fish food, and that's not good for the environment.
It isn't?
I mean, I'm sure the fish are
happy. You think the fish, if the fish food isn't there, they're not going to just swim away and find food?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it just
once again, Heather, you should not be upset in St. Thomas.
There were a lot of reviews that were just kind of like, you could tell it was like people think that when they go on vacation, the world is supposed to do everything to make them feel good about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And like, they're like, well, this person looked at me the wrong way and made it really difficult when I asked them to turn down their music. And I just think if you want to increase tourism, you should listen to the people that are paying the money.
It's like, okay, like, Heather, we didn't know you were coming. We should have rolled out the red carpet.
It's a business.
The beach existed before you were even born.
Okay, let's go back to get ice cream in LA. Why am I whispering? Ice cream on wheels of LA. There's a lot of ice cream trucks in LA, huh?
I know.
Ferguson, R. Ferguson, trying really hard not to make a joke, said this 1-star review. Came to report, but see the 1-star theme is already here. I requested Oreo for myself and gummy worm, one word, for my son. And it was the most foreign thing in the world to them. How could we ever put ice cream with a gummy worm and an Oreo? Like hell froze over. Anyways, wasting my time, would not recommend.
I mean, okay, the Oreo, maybe I can understand, but gummy worm is not like a common topping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, isn't
and
like...
are you doing blizzards or what's going on?
Isn't gummy worm and Oreo isn't that like a thing?
Together?
Yeah, like dirt something. It's like worms and dirt.
Yeah, that's like a little dessert you can make. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But like if you go a place and they don't have the thing that you want, you go, oh, okay.
Well, then I'll take
What do you
second.
recommend?
Or you don't teach your kid to be so upset because he didn't get to have gummy worms in his ice cream. That just doesn't sound good to me.
Doesn't just like, I would hate to be a small business owner.
Yeah, hearts and prayers out to you guys who do this.
Especially in a tourism industry where people are just going to be unfair.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to St. Thomas. This is a short one. Melissa's pissed off. Secret Harbor Beach. She says, beach chairs are not free. We were asked to move to the ground. And then an eye-rolling emoji. If you're not staying at the resort, you can't sit on the chairs. They pay someone to watch and tell you to move. Oh my God. You can't just walk on the... Have you ever been on vacation? The customers who are staying at that resort paid as a part of their price to have the privilege to sit in the chairs.
If you paid at this resort to stay at this resort and you roll up to the beach And some like rando Melissa is like, I want to sit here. Me and my whole family, we just showed up from nowhere.
Yeah,
we're
and
not
the people
staying
go,
at this hotel.
What room are you in? And they go, we're not staying here.
Like beach chairs are not free? No.
Yeah.
In fact, they're never free. Never been to a beach where the chair was free, kids.
Okay.
There is a free chair at the beach. It's called the sand.
Or when you bring your own.
Exactly. All right, let's do one last ice cream. And we have Kona Ice North Valley in LA. Cecilia has this 1-star review. It was okay. The Raspados from the corn carts are way better. I don't know what that means. If you do hire them, I highly recommend to skip out on their toppings and just get them from Costco. Trust me, you will save a lot of money because the toppings are nothing out of this world. Tahini chili powder, chamoy, condensed milk. We paid $200 and didn't even finish one bottle of each topping. No, you don't keep the remaining. I don't know what any of that meant.
Okay.
Cecilia gets a response from the owner, and it says this. Hi, Cecilia. Thank you for your review. You are correct. We do not provide the remainder of our topping products as the cost was for the added service for your company event of 300 servings and 5 hours of service. We're proud that we could serve your request with less than 24 hours notice and hope everyone enjoyed what we could offer. We enjoyed serving your event. Thanks for having us.
Oh, God.
So she wanted to take all that stuff home.
Yeah. She's like, we paid for this. Give me the rest of that caramel sauce for me to put on my home ice cream. And you called 24 hours before to book an ice cream truck at your company.
And then you're like, what are you going to do? Have them roll up and be like, oh, don't get their toppings.
We bought our
Here's
own.
a little table of toppings we bought at Costco.
I mean,
that would be so rude.
Everybody who went out there would be like, okay, well, Cecilia is so cheap. Here's another example. Or bring your own toppings.
Oh, God. People are
embarrassing.
Terrible. All right. Well, if you enjoyed those 1-star reviews, good news. We've got a whole YouTube channel worth that you can go back and watch at myTalk 1071. And on our podcast, if you want to listen to back episodes, we'll be back with some more 1-star reviews tomorrow.